I was just trying to explain to Tom what this little video is about, but he'll just have to pick it up as we go along. We didn't do any videoing yesterday because it was really, really hot. So this covers from just outside Congleton on the Macclesfield Canal down to halfway down Heartbreak Hill, somewhere near Roadeath and Hassel Green. Don't know how to say this.
Well, it's taking a long time, wherever it is.
We encountered, you know, Ethel is called Knobhead.
Yeah, shit.
Well, we encountered the boating equivalents of Ethel.
I'm not really sure who you're on about right now.
I wouldn't know where to start.
Which one, the Junction people?
I was going to document every mishap that we'd had.
No, don't. I think what happens is, and I genuinely do think this, because it happens in cars, boats, everywhere, right? You know, when it's a really hot day, people tend to do really bizarre things. I know when you're out in the car, people like cut you up and like, hang on, but yeah, and then come.
Well, I'll try and do it in chronological order. And by the way, before we go any further, we'll say we did not have any trouble off any hire boaters, did we?
Oh, can we not? Right, I don't want to slag anyone off. Private boaters are okay. Hire boaters are lovely. Okay, come on.
We came out of the T-junction at Hardings Wood, where the Macclesfield meets the Trent and Mersey. And it's very narrow. We have got some video footage of it. And I can't leave the sound on, I'm afraid.
But you will be honest, when we went onto the Macclesfield, we totally messed up and it took ages.
Oh yeah, we totally messed up, but there was only us there.
Yeah.
So there's a big wide stretch of the Trent and Mersey and a really, really tight... Ethel, leave me dead cat alone. A really tight bit of the Macclesfield joining it. And some bloke comes running around the corner and says, there's a boat coming.
He's nice.
I know he was, but it was the boat that was coming. And I said, well, tell them to stay there where they've got loads of room. But no, they met us coming under the bridge. So that was the start of it.
It was, but I mean, to be fair, you did your best, right?
Oh yeah, I know, I shouldn't have had to have done it.
I know, but these things will happen, okay?
Constantly. And then let's try and do them in chronological order, because we're halfway down the flight.
I can't say what that guy said to me about what the guy that wasn't very well on the bridge, that said that he wanted to have a few beers with me, basically.
We met a hermit living in the hedge.
He was lovely though.
Who told me that I need to educate Tom on Judas Priest. I don't know anything about Judas Priest.
I don't want to. I don't know anything.
But he every time a boat appeared, he lurched out of the hedge like some kind of a goblin.
He asked me
if you ask him nicely, and I didn't ask at all, he showed me all his operation scars.
Yeah. So he did say he wanted to go for a ride with us.
A bit later in the day, there's a really I can't figure out where we were in reality, in roadland.
Well, be quick because you're kind of boring everyone by the way. Come on.
There was a long stretch with a slight bend, so you can't see round it, of visitor moorings, and it's single passage past them. Why on earth anybody moors there is totally beyond me. But Tom was walking onto the lock in front.
And I had a word with this gentleman who was, when I got to him, he was still all tied up, but I noticed messing with the fenders, and I knew that John was a bit worried because it was quite tight. So I said to him, I said, "You're not going now, are you?" He said, "Oh, no, I'm not going just yet, I'm not going." I said, "Well, be very careful because there's a boat coming and there's not much room." He said, "Yeah, I know there's not much room." Anyway, I carried on because I had to get to the lock, and then
he cast off right in front of me. So there were a few more expletives. I won't quote what was said, and there's no footage. There's no footage of this. I asked him if he saw me coming, and he said he wasn't sure whether he had.
But he was told you wasn't.
But he left me with nowhere to go, and he pushed me into a moored boat. And now I haven't really got any sympathy, because if you're going to moor in a stupid place like that...
Yeah, but John, it's not their fault. Will you try and be a bit nicer today?
It is their fault.
We're losing all our viewers today.
I'm giving people a realistic view of what it's like on the cut. It is their fault, because we would never moor on a single lane, on a blind bend. I mean, I'm sorry, but you get everything that you deserve. So, he hit me and pushed me into a moored boat.
Yeah.
And I said, "Why did you pull out?" He said, "I thought you might have wanted my mooring."
Yeah.
You can't argue with stupid. So then, yesterday, when we were coming through Middlewich, there was a bloke coming towards us. He'd come off a mooring the other side of a bridge, so I slowed down as much as possible. And he came through the bridge and went onto another mooring spot perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So I'm hovering. I've got no throttle on, but if anybody knows about boats, if you're not moving, you can't steer. So I was just coasting, and he went into a mooring space perfectly, and then came straight out of it again and went right across the canal, hitting me, pushing me into another moored boat. So we've had enough of private boats.
Right, anyway. Whoa. Can I just say, right, so there was lots of shouting, blah, blah, blah. Right. Now I want to turn things a little bit positive now. Now, my favourite boat of the last week or so has been a boat called Keep Smiling. Because the guy on that boat is lovely, and he did keep smiling. And we've met some lovely, lovely people. We've done some double locks with some lovely people. I don't know any of the names, I can't remember any of the boats. Or anything, really.
There's a boat coming past.
Yes, we're on a canal, John. Boats do go. Go on.
Anyway, I'm going to try and put some clips without sound.
Can I just say,
I don't know what date.
Did you get the leapfrogging boat? Bet you didn't, did you?
The leapfrogging boat.
My best thing I've ever seen in my life was, right, there's a boat coming out of the lock, and then this other boat decides it wants to go in the lock before they've got out. So I kind of joked with the person.
That was in Middlewich as well.
Yeah, I kind of joked with the person that I said, I thought you were going to leapfrog, and she said, well, I thought they were going the same way as us.
Yeah, the gates opened and there's a pointy end of a boat sitting there looking at it, and so she drove straight at it.
Bless her.
Private boater. Anyway.
No, share boater.
Oh, share boat. They're the worst.
Can I just say, I don't know what's happened to him today. I think
Well, I've just banged my head again.
I know, but he's had too much sun and he's a bit grumpy.
I'm going to try and put some footage together, but there won't be any sound on it because it'll just all be expletives.
But what about positivity? We're going to have any of that?
Yeah, well, perhaps we'll have some of that today. Well, can't they wait there? There's plenty of room for them. Well, wait there then. Well, today has been very eventful. Well, when we get down here, we've had a crash. We've encountered lock rage. But once again, it's the private boaters, not the hire boaters, that are causing problems. So, it's a beautiful day. It misses. It's a bit warm, but we're stopping soon. Find the mooring.